Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am back with episode 31 of my full book colour along in RJ Hampson's gorgeous little book Awake. This page is called Harvest and I think it's so cute, and that is definitely a good harvest, a good carrot. Okay, so I'm going to start with my bunnies here. I've decided to do them in warm greys today. So I have warm grey 4, warm grey 3 and warm grey 01. And yeah, I thought about putting little patches and things in them. I might do that. Let's see. I'm gonna do the big rabbit first, and I'm just gonna do him in the greys. I think I decided to go with greys rather than browns, just for something a little bit different. Sometimes I like to do them in kind of like creamy brown colors, but I decided we'd just go for greys today. Don't know why, I just thought that would look kind of cute. So as always, I'm starting with my darkest marker and I'm just laying in some shadow where I think it's going to go. So I'm kind of keeping the left side of his head in more shadow than the right, and then we'll blend out with the lighter marker. So this is the WG3. I'm using some slightly different paper today. I couldn't find my normal Transitite Perfect Colouring paper, so I found this, and I don't like it as much. I can tell you that now. I don't know why. It's just not working as nice as my normal colouring paper. It's looking a bit streaky. Yeah, let's see how it goes. It might be okay. It's not feeling that good at the moment. I'm going to have to see if I can find some more Transitite. I just run out of Transitite, and for some reason I couldn't find it on Amazon like I normally can. So this one is definitely not blending as nicely as I would like. It's looking a bit streaky and patchy. So it just goes to show that the paper you use makes a huge difference. So if you are struggling and you're not getting results that you would like to see, just bear in mind it could be the paper. Like, this is looking terrible. It's really streaky. So yeah, bear that in mind. It's not necessarily something that you're doing wrong, it's maybe the paper. So yeah, don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't turn out the way that you anticipate. It just goes to show that the paper makes a huge difference. This one is really super streaky. I'm not sure what's going on with this paper, actually. It's kind of weird. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And that's okay. We'll live with it for now. I'm hoping I can find some to replace it, but it just, yeah, I've really struggled to find decent marker paper here in the UAE lately. So I don't know. I've forgotten what brand this one was. I didn't look. I can't remember. I pulled it out. I printed them off ages ago and had them sitting in my folder, and I can't remember what brand it was. Yeah, I don't like it, but it's going to have to work for today. We're going to have to make it work. Okay, let's do his ears while I remember. But yeah, it does just go to show what a difference the paper quality makes to this. It really does make a huge difference. I'm going to colour this in all WG4. Just because I picked up the wrong marker. I'll make that one a bit darker and this one a bit lighter. But yeah, it's not, I don't know, it's streaky, it's not nice. It's not going well, but that's okay. We kind of make it work. Oh dear, I keep picking up the wrong markers. We'll make it work. I wonder if maybe if I lay in my lightest marker first, it might help. Maybe I'll try that next time. But yeah, just you know, don't be hard on yourself if it's not kind of going to plan and you feel like it's not working the way you expect it to. Sometimes it is just a simple thing. The paper can make a huge difference. Like, I'm really noticing a massive difference between this paper and my normal marker paper. So the pens just don't work in the same way. Okay, I'm going to try starting with the lighter marker and see if that makes a difference, and see if I can get it to work. I'm not sure. Not sure how I feel about it. That's okay. I mean, carry on. We'll do our best. Yeah, that doesn't work very well either, because it's almost like the darker marker puts a, or the lighter marker, I can't speak. The lighter marker puts a bit of a coating on the paper, and it doesn't blend out nicely. Okay. Well, it's good to know that this paper is not the best. I really need to see if I can find some of my transitite paper again. Okay, for the little bunny, I think I'm going to leave the W4 marker out and just use the W3 and the the WG3 and the WG01. And just use the two lighter markers to see if that helps at all. Possibly not. I just think this paper is really odd. It was marketed as alcohol marker paper. So I thought, you know, I'd give it a try and see. But yeah, really disappointed in it. It's really not nice at all. But never mind, it's okay. We'll get a picture done out of it anyway. So I think I'm just gonna, just because I'm struggling with this paper, I'm just gonna stick with this grey colour. I was thinking about putting some little patches on my bunnies and that sort of thing, but I think I'm just gonna go with grey, just because I'm having so much trouble blending on this paper that I don't want to make my life any more difficult than it needs to be. Can you see how streaky that is, and how it's just not kind of blending in? It doesn't look, maybe if I hold it up you might see how streaky it is. It's not normally like that on my other paper. So yeah, the paper's making a huge difference at the moment. We'll go in with another coat and see if we can smooth it out a bit more. It's like it's shiny, but it's almost like the paper's got a coating on it. So you want to use shiny, like not shiny paper, you want to use like smooth paper for alcohol markers. Smooth paper allows the alcohol marker to blend on the surface of the paper. However, this paper almost has a little bit of a coating, which is making the alcohol marker move around on the paper, which is not what you want. You want it to blend, but you don't want it to be moving around and causing streaks. So yeah, have a play around with papers, because it really does make a huge amount of difference. I think more so with alcohol markers than with any other medium. Like, I know, you know, using pencils on different types of paper, you can really notice a difference, but definitely with alcohol markers, it makes a huge difference. And if you're using the colouring book, awesome. I couldn't find it. I don't know what the paper is like, and I presume it's like Amazon paper. So I'm not sure what it's like to colour on with alcohol markers, because I wasn't able to find it when I decided to start this series of videos. I could only do the downloads from RJ Hampson's website. So yeah, I struggled to find the actual little book. Oh, this is awful. Yeah, this is not going to be my best work, I'm afraid, but it is what it is. We'll live with it for today. I'm hoping maybe next week I can try and find some of my usual marker paper, or maybe try and find something different that works better than this, because this is shocking. It's really bad. I really don't like it. It's not giving me nice results at all. It's really, really patchy and just a bit of a mess. But that's okay. We'll deal with that. I'm just having a look. Okay, so look, see. Now normally when I've laid down that much marker, it would really be soaking through the paper, but it's barely coming through, which just goes to show there's some sort of weird coating, and this is actually thinner than my normal transitite paper. So there's obviously some sort of weird coating that's stopping the ink from bleeding into the back. So yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Okay, enough complaining. Let's just get on with it. It's meant to be fun and enjoyable, and I do enjoy the colouring anyway. Okay, let's do the ears. Yeah, it's kind of like bleeding all over the place. I was going to do two different colours of pink, but because of the paper, I'm just going to use one. I don't think I can get two different colours in there. I might try and give them a little bit of a cheek as well. But you can see it's really like the alcohol is really sitting on the top of the surface of the paper. It's not going anywhere, so it's causing that streakiness. And you can see on the tip of my marker how it's picked up the dark colour from the grey. So I'm just going to clean that off up there, because I don't want to have any of that excess grey left on the marker when I go to use it again. Okay, yeah, it's weird, I don't like it. Sorry, I bumped my camera then. Right, let's go into the carrot tops. I'm going to use some greens here. I've got GY2, G170 and G140. Let's give it a try and see how it goes. I don't know, it might turn out awful, but we can try it. Okay. I'm worried that I'm gonna kind of smudge the rest of it as well, because it is really kind of sitting on the surface, so it's not moving anywhere, but I'm trying to be a little bit careful about where I place my hands on the page, which might look a bit awkward. I like these greens though, they're really nice, bright, summery, spring kind of greens. We're coming into spring. I hope you guys are getting some nicer weather now. I hope you've got through the worst of the winter months. It is still really cold in the UAE. And you're going to laugh at me, because if you hear the temperature that I'm talking about, you'll say, what? That's not cold. It was 18 degrees this morning, and it felt really chilly. Now I know that sounds really weird, and I know that you're all probably like, that's nothing, it's been freezing here, but we are not used to these temperatures. It's been really unseasonably chilly. I'm not complaining, I'm really not, because it's nice. When it gets hot here, it gets super hot, like I'm talking close to 50 degrees Celsius. So, you know, like we don't mind a little bit of chilliness, but it's because it's been so strangely cold. It's really, normally the cold weather does not last until March. Normally by March we're starting to creep up into the 30 degrees Celsiuses, where, you know, like it's starting to get warm. You can feel that summer heat is on its way. But this year, yeah, it's been really chilly for a lot longer, which has been really pleasant for spending time outdoors, and that sort of thing, and I'm not complaining at all, but yeah, it is odd. And this morning I went for a walk and it was really chilly. It felt really chilly. I know you're all going, nah, it's not cold, but it did feel chilly. Okay, I forgot his little fingers over here, so I'm gonna do them quickly now. Little fingers, I don't know, do rabbits have fingers? Tend to be paws, don't they? I think. There we go. Okay, yeah, this is so streaky. I'm really not enjoying it. I'm gonna do his little overalls here in a kind of blue color. I've got PB8, BG4, and let's start again. PB8, B64, and B070. My blue colors I'm using. And we're gonna start with that darkest one, as always, and lay a little bit of that in there. Let's quite a big area, but these markers are so strange. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole thing. Normally I would kind of do little sections, but yeah, these markers are, oh, I've started with the wrong color. It's like, that looks really light. No, I didn't. I started with the right color. It looks really pale compared to my swatch chart. I don't know. I don't know what's going on today. It's all a bit strange, but anyway, let's carry on. Hope for the best. It's like colouring on OHP markers. Yeah, that is the darker one. Okay, let's go over that a bit. Do you remember like colour, you know those OHP projector sheets, those kind of shiny projector sheets that you get, the transparent sheets? That is what this is like colouring on. It's got that same kind of feel to it. It's almost like, yeah, I don't know, got that same kind of streaky quality. So yeah, it's not as enjoyable as it should be. Still fun. It's still fun. Any colouring is good. I'm going to stop complaining. I'm sorry. I feel like I've just spent the whole video moaning about the quality of the paper here, so I do apologise. I'm not normally one to moan so much. But yeah, it's just so different to what I'm used to. But yeah, so like I say, the weather's been it's been really nice. Like, I'm not complaining. It's just so unseasonably chilly for us for this time of year. But like I say, I hope that you are all enjoying some nicer spring weather. I hope you're starting to feel a little bit of warmth in the air and getting through those cold days. Oh my gosh, look how streaky this is. Oh, it's horrible. I don't like it. Sorry, I sound like a broken record. Yeah, I'm going to be on Amazon today and see what I can find, what I can order that will be better than this, because that is just horrible. I don't know, it doesn't look too bad on camera, but if I hold it up close, can you see how streaky that is? Yeah, don't like it. I don't like it. Okay, I'm going to do her dress blue as well, so let's do that while we've got the blues out. They can be kind of matching. I'm going to leave the trim to do it in a different colour. Just add a touch of... I was really looking forward to this page too. It's such a fun page with this big ginormous carrot. So I think I'm a little bit upset that it's not kind of going to plan with the colouring. But that's okay. You win some, you lose some. And it will still be a page completed. So, you know, look on the bright side. Eh? But yeah, this is just awful paper. Okay, I'm going to bring out those pinks again that I used for the ears. I've got R23 and RV270, and I'm going to do her little dress. I'm going to do the trim of her dress in those colours as well. Starting with the darker marker there and blending out with the lighter one. Nice pale pinks. Feel like I've got marker going all over the place at the moment. Okay, their little tails. I'm just going to use that lightest marker, which is the WG01, just to add a little bit of shading around the tails. I don't want them to look grey. I want them to look white, but with a little bit of shadow. Then I've got my carrot left to do. So of course we've got some oranges for the carrot. I've got YR3, Y170, Y10, and YR250 for my carrot here. It's really big. So yeah, let's go in. I'm going to go around the edges first of all with that darker marker. And then where these little lines are, I'm kind of going to follow them with that darker marker as well. like so, and then I'm just going to kind of follow around the edge of that with my lighter one again. Oh my gosh, this is really messy. The ink is moving on the page. The marker's not blending nicely. I don't know. Not having much success today. Really not. But never mind, we'll put it down to experience. So disappointing when it doesn't go to plan. Okay, let's go in with the white. Oh man, I don't know, this looks terrible. There's not much difference between these two markers, so I might just go over what I've done there. In fact, this marker might be the darker one of the two. Wow, it just, ugh. It's horrible. Okay, let's go back with that wire 170 now and see if we can turn that out a little bit more. Oh my goodness. I was going to do another page today of this book, but I feel like I'm going to have to just wait and try and order some different paper because this is horrible. Wow. Look at that. It's awful. What is going on? Okay, oh my goodness. Yeah, sorry guys, this is a bit of a disappointing one. It's just turned out awful. The black ink is smearing everywhere. The marker is not working very well. Look at that. It's like completely picked up all of that black ink. Let's just scribble that off. Good idea, always clean your markers off if you get anything like that on it, because it will end up staining and staying in there, and then when you go to use it again you won't get a true representation of the color. I'm not getting that completely out. I think it's about as good as it's going to get. Wow, that is really, really disappointing. Okay, well, never mind. Let's do the hole. Let's do the rabbit hole, that wrong end of the marker here. So sorry, I've got YR9 here. I'll do the hole and all the little really, yeah, really not enjoying this one. Oh, I've got the wrong end again. And this one is Y145. Just to blend that out. Yeah, I hope your page ends up going much better than mine. However, sometimes it's good to see fails as well. Help me see what not to do. But there we go. I'm going to call it quits. I'm going to add a little bit of, I'm going to use Posca today because my gel pens have not been working great lately and I don't really need any more failures after today. So I've got my white Posca pen here. I'm just going to add a little bit of white gel pen or white Posca pen to some details to create some highlights. Yeah, sorry, it's not turned out the best at all. But what can you do? Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. It's just always disappointing when it doesn't work out. I'm going to go over the edge of that because I've gone over the lines there just to blank that out a little bit, make it look a little bit more acceptable. I really hope your page has turned out a lot smoother and nicer than mine because I feel like this just looks a mess. But at least it's another page done, eh? Small things. Right, I'm going to just turn this. Sorry, I know that's kind of annoying, but I just wanted to get onto this side of the page without smudging everything else. I'm going to get a black pen and go over those whiskers again so they look like they're back on the top of it. Okay. I just feel like that's such a disaster. Yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. Okay, so a couple more little bits and pieces. I'm going to take a black jelly roll, and just where I've gone over those whiskers there, I'm just going to draw that line back in, which is not going to work very well. There we go. Just to make sure it's back on the surface again. And then I'm just going to take a gold gel pen and do his little buttons here in gold. It's a gold Signo gel pen, and then that's it. I'm calling it quits. I've really struggled with this page and I think it looks awful, but it's done. So that one is called Harvest. That is page 31 from our full book colour along. I'm going to go and see if I can find some more Transitite Perfect colouring paper that I can order rather than using this stuff, because that is awful. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Take care, everybody. Bye.